Ladies, gentlemen, and young ladies, hello everyone, or good evening. Welcome to this new conference, Geopolitics, dedicated to current events global. In the news international, France has just experienced one of those most difficult moments. Yes, and it happened on the night of Sunday to Monday. I think it's September 21, 22, if I don't do it. Error. Drones unidentified, small drones that are actually not known military drones, flew over a military base, extremely strategic French. This military base is of such vital importance for France. See this base military to be flown over by drones, and taking into account the current context, it made me furious, and the whole administration. Local authorities panicked, and finally even they couldn't say anything. Yes, according to the information we receive, they were unable to communicate in time. This happened since Monday at night from Sun. Local authorities began to communicate about it. So these drones that flew over, we don't know who is at the base, who is behind these drones, belong to who. Is it Russia? Is it Iran? For the moment, no one, no group, nor has any state taken the liberty of claim. But local authorities point out that they were not military drones. These are rather civilian drones. And you know it very well. Today there is only when there was a drone break military, since the drones have been widely used in the conflict Russian-Iranian, especially in Ukraine. It was Ukraine itself that has transformed civilian drones into drones military. So adapting drones civilians for military needs. If we are told that civilian drones flew over a military base strategic, it must therefore be said that these are civilian drones but suitable for military needs, which therefore has interest. As a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the Russian ambassador to France made the official declaration of war of Russia against France the condition. That is, he said to France that if you kill just one of our machines in space, we will go directly to war with you. And the Russian ambassador was talking about this at the time when the information was not still broadcast, at the time when the act had already happened. But the French authorities had not communicated on this. They had not communicated at all on this. Imagine, it happened on Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days later, fifth day, he starts to talk about it. As a reminder to all those who did not follow this news, France has begun to position itself on Donald Trump's alignment since with its drone incursions into the NATO territories until Russian fighter jets are deployed at the gates of Alaska, so at the gates of the United States of America. So much annoyed, Donald Trump had ordered NATO to all member countries of NATO as if it were him, Supreme Commander of NATO. He had ordered to slaughter all the aircraft, all machines, devices, flying things they will see above the sky of NATO. So he gave the order, and France had begun to want to follow his line through the various declarations, even if it wasn't explicit. All things that hurt obviously to Russia, and that's why the Russian ambassador to France has reacted. But imagine that the ambassador of France, the Russian ambassador, I was going to say in France, as soon as he finished his reaction, it's some hours later, we all saw the ad. That's why some news commentators international believe that others even thought it happened yesterday night. But it happened since the Sunday. So isn't there a problem there? Question. There is a problem. Why is it only after Russia's statement that it are the information coming out? Let's go in that actually happened. But before we continue, you know that this platform is yours. Thank you. To put likes, share the video to the maximum, and above all, don't forget to always leave an opinion in the comments. So, the facts, how things are, have passed according to the Marne Prefecture and the military delegation departmental DMD. Several suspicious drones have been detected above the military base, who is called Mourmelon the Great. Mourmelon the Great. So the incident happened all recently, and it triggered the opening of an investigation official. This Mourmelon le Grand base is a extremely strategic base for the France. I tell you, we will see. Just now, so the authorities, local authorities, point out that drones were not military aircraft known. The origin therefore remains unknown. I told you in the introduction of this conference, when it comes to but when it comes to the devices civilians adapted for needs military, it is difficult to know what type of device it is, comes from which, and so on and so on. And this is why France, at the level of France, vigilance is at its highest. Everything unauthorized overflight poses a threat serious. From now on, France is in a kind of state of alert. Even if the big pirate plan has not yet been reinforced, but they are in good condition alert. So this military base, it is strategic. Her name is Mourmelon the Great. It is one of the most important parts of the Army French. It regularly welcomes major NATO exercise and home to the preparation infrastructure operational, such as tanks Leclerc, the artillery, the blended modern. And the worst part is that its proximity to Reims and the hot French logistics make it a point neuralgic for French national defense. So it's a military base of a capital importance, and it is this. But the French authorities did not give the information to the immediate. That doesn't mean anything to you, something? Does that mean anything to you? So what do the authorities, French women, have done? A survey was carried out, opened, a complaint was filed with the gendarmerie. For now, no state or any group has not been officially designated as responsible, and nobody claims it's Bibi. But military experts French evoke, however, the possibility of a test of vulnerability. For them, those who came to test the vulnerability of this very important base for the France. So we say to ourselves, but isn't it perhaps Russia? Because the one who is used to fly over these airspaces lately, it's Russia. The one who has an interest in flying over, it is still Russia. You'll check. Well, even if there are others, there are other enemies of France. There you go. But these drones that flew over, which were not loaded, they are small drones that were not charged missile or explosives. They were then responsible for what? Cameras. These are probably drones from tactical reconnaissance. Come and get some coordinates.